For coming to my YouTube channel, Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we do, well, let's talk about The Young and the Restless that aired on today, April 17th, Monday. We'll go right on into it. Y'all, we got Reed. Reed is surprised to see that his grandfather, Victor, of all people now, have sent him a beautiful sports car, the same one he got in Noah for his birthday, for Reed. And he thinks his mom and grandma knew about the car. They both say, nope, that was all your granddad. And to little do Reed know, he's going to have to get that car back. But they at least let him drive it home and put it in the driveway before they give him that bad news. Then we have Zoe thinks that since Reed got his car from his granddad, his mom won't be able to tell him what to do with his car. Zoe must don't know the Newman clan. Okay? Somebody done told her wrong. Poor child. Poor child. Then we have Victoria wants to talk to her mom in private after the showing of Reed's car about her dad. All right. Then we have Abby comes over to see her dad at his request at the main house, and she's a little surprised at what he's wanting or needing from her. He says he wants to ask her a question, and he hopes she doesn't turn him down. We have Juliet is settling in her new position quietly and quite nicely, and she's putting or giving or filling in Lily and Jordan accordingly on their new trip. They're going to be taken to Philadelphia to market or campaign for the company on Dare's campaign for Brash and Sassy. And Kane comes in and hears the earful, but he doesn't like what is going on and the itinerary for his wife's trip to Philadelphia. Then we have Ashley and Robbie talking about the conference and how they killed it. And they mentioned our state, which is Atlanta, Georgia, about we were like in the forerunning as far as the cosmetic industry, which came a shock to me because I didn't even know we were, in the forerunning. And why would they mention our state, Atlanta, Georgia? But I guess it is what it is. We're one of the hot states other than what do you call it, New York or, what is it, New York or California? Uh, then we have, let's see, Robbie wants to talk or take Ashley to some place he knows which makes excellent dumplings, which dumplings are one of Ashley's favorites. They go ahead thinking about going, but then he's outplayed because Ashley runs into Hoffman, a billionaire in the cosmetic industry, and he wants to have dinner with Ashley. And of course, Ashley dumps, in a sense, Robbie and goes with the heavy hitter. And Robbie is kind of despondent and disappointed. Then we have Kane is not happy with Juliet's decision sending Lily and Jordan on a business trip out of town for dates unknown. Okay. Then we have Billy and, well, unknown to him, but Jordan and Lily have their itinerary for where they're going to be. Then we have Billy and Reed are sitting in his car and listening to the cackling and, you know, girls' voices when they get together when they are excited. And that's Kendall and Zoe in the back seat doing their girly thing stuff and going on. And Billy is telling him on all the precautions to take, and he's repeating some precaution he's taken or takes on his own. And Billy is impressed, while Victoria and his grandmama are thinking of ways to tell Reed he's not going to be taking his grandfather's car present after all, and making Victoria look like the bad girl in all of this. Okay, we have Abby is very interested in what her dad is needing from her. Victor is offering Abby a new position at Newman Enterprises. Ashley's eating dinner with Hoffman, or somewhat of a dinner. She's gotten to the main course yet, and she's very overly dressed for her business meeting. Ashley realized she should have just stayed with Robbie because Mr. Hoffman is more concerned about closing deals than he is of having a decent conversation with a nice looking woman and making, the woman feel like she's the center of attention. Then we have Reed is driving his new car home with Billy in the passenger seat. And Victor offers Ashley the chief executive officer position while he's gone out of town for a while. And I'm like, Victor's doing the same crap he did with Victoria and Nicholas. And now he's putting Abby on that same timeline, being down with him while he go do his dirt somewhere else. And I'm like, right, y'all, this is a very old and overexhausted, exasperated storyline. Why don't y'all keep Victor in town and let him deal with his issues with his family instead of letting him run off and get, accosted by somebody or get in trouble himself, or he start making plans to, I don't know, uh, wreck or bring havoc to his family while he's gone, but he knows all what's going on and he's just waiting for all of them to self-destruct. So he has to come in and be the savior for all of them. That storyline has been beaten down like a dead horse. I'm like, come on, writers. You can do better than this, than having Victor run out of town all the time when the heat is too hot for his ass and things are not going his way and he feels his family is turning against him when he's the catalyst of this shit from the beginning. I'm getting sick of this storyline, writers. Come with it or leave it alone. Okay? We go to commercial, come back. We have Lily and Juliet or make a small talk about her trips to the company. Then Kane is having some small talk with Jordan. Jordan tells Kane he would keep Lily tight with him. No worries, he can bet on that. But Kane is thinking about his time when he had with Juliet. Okay? Out of town. Then we have Hoffman keeps doing business with people on the phone and ignoring Ashley. And Ashley is wishing she shouldn't have accepted his dinner offer because he's not talking about making no business deals with Jimbo. He's just having people calling him and he's doing his moving and shaking for himself and his business. Then we have Robbie is meeting with some friends because Ashley dumped him and he didn't have anybody to talk to. So he called his friends that he knew were in town. So they come down and they pretty much have drinks with him. And he's enjoying himself with his so-called friends. Then we have Reed comes home with Billy, but Victoria tells Reed up front, in front of Billy, that he cannot keep his birthday card. And that's when Billy just turns into a complete spoiled 2-year-old brat. Then Ashley find out she goes on to leave Hoffman's and joins Robbie and his friends because she can't compete with Hoffman doing business along with so-called dinner date he asked her on prematurely. Then we go back to Reed. He sounds like a 2-year-old child. He's talking about it's his car. His grandfather gave it to him. She has no right to take from him. This, that, and the third. I'm like, I can't write us. And Victoria can't either. So please do better with your writing. We didn't really need that whole play out scene. Okay, we needed Reed to be a little bit more mature and try to understand some things. But on Reed's side, Victoria, excuse me, and Nikki should not have kept such a daunting secret about what Victor has done. Let the cat out of the bag and let the cookies fall where they may. Okay, if he got to go back to jail, he got to go back to jail. You know what I'm saying? Serve his time, made them look stupid. And, it is what it is. I'm like, Nicholas, fuck that. Let's put Daddy back in jail. Let's get Chloe in jail or in some psychiatric treatment. If she gets found, let's put her in jail. And let's move on with life. Whether we have to live it as a pauper or we just fend for ourselves. It's just going to be is what it is. We need to bring the gentle giant, as they call Victor, down. All right. Here we have Nick is calling Victor a lying son of a bitch. I was like, all righty. Then I hadn't heard that cuss word in a long time, but it was very befitting to the actions that Victor had took and made Victoria have to be the bad person to her son. So again, Nick called Victor a son of a bitch. I liked it, y'all. I liked it. Ooh. Okay. about his move he pulled with Reed and the expensive car he gave Reed without Victoria's permission. We go to commercial, come back. We have Robert's friends leave so he can have some alone time with Ashley. Nikki fusses at Victor once again and she just stay on his ass. Then Billy is not knowing the information of what Victor has done, of course. He doesn't know and Victoria can't or won't tell him because of the promise she made to her self and her mother and the essence of them being paupers if they go that way of telling everybody. But it's better to tell the family in general, meaning every member that is an adult, than keep a secret that much on a couple of people. It's just too much. Then we have Kane says goodbye to Lily and she's off to Philadelphia with Jordan. And Kane talks to Juliet about the trip and how it conveniently came to be. Then we have Kane doesn't believe Juliet motives and he talks with her about it. She's okay with it, but Kane doesn't feel the same. Okay? All right then, guys. So that was the Young and the Restless that aired for today, April 17, 2017. Hope you enjoyed it. Lord knows I caught up for y'all and for myself being watching all the episodes of The Young and Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. So, blessings to you all, and I hope y'all enjoy my commentary. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel and tell others about my channel and have them subscribe. And of course, like and share my videos to everyone you know and love. Thank you. Bye bye.